Hi, good evening. Happy Diwali, and I hope you have started joining the session. We'll give some time for people to join. So, as you join, please let me know. You can use your chat function. Okay, so I think we can. Good evening, thanks. So yeah, so you can use the live chat function. Hi, Ritesh. So whenever you have any questions, I can highlight it over here. Like for example, Ritesh has said, "Good evening." So I was just waiting for somebody to put their chat. तो ये इंटरेक्टिव सेशन है, तो आप अपना जो भी क्वेश्चंस हैं, जो पूछना चाहते हैं, आपने मुझे पूछा भी है, मैं उन सब का जवाब दूंगा. आई विल ट्राई टू आंसर देम, ऑल ऑफ देम इन दी सेशन. एंड वेर एवर यू फील लाइक दैट कि कहीं क्लैरिटी आपको और चाहिए, स्पेशली ऑल अबाउट द यूपीएससी एग्ज़ाम. अब बिकॉज़ आज के डेट में इंफॉर्मेशन हमारे पास बहुत ज़्यादा अवेलेबल है, ओवरलोड ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन है, तो हमको ऐसा लगता है कि यू नो जैसे लाइक जो भी बोल रहे हैं, लाइक सब सही है. और इंटरनेट का एक ऐसा अच्छी बात है कि व्हाटएवर यू फील कि इंटरनेट के सर्च से आया है, वो सब सही होगा, वैसा नहीं है. So let me start the session today. Abhi I'll just take you through the uh, a small presentation deck. Presentation deck basically इसलिए था कि हम ट्रैक में रहे अब क्या हम बातें कर रहे हैं. तो today's session is about orientation session. अगर आपने मेरा एडवर्टाइजमेंट देखा होगा, जीएस फाउंडेशन प्रोग्राम फॉर फ्री, एंड देन आपने उसके बाद अम, आपने उसके बाद फिर ये क्या बोलते हैं, आपने उसके बाद क्लिक किया लिंक, और फिर मैंने आपको एक प्रोग्राम शेयर यू अ प्रोग्राम, a foundation program through daily email which should be coming to you. So we will be talking about all that. uh, so we will be talking about all that, and wherever you feel, I can speak in multiple languages, so you can let me know where in the chat itself that, sir, I did not understand, or can you repeat, like that. Okay, so I will try my best, so that whatever 1 hour we have in our hand today, you have very clear picture of what you are getting into. यूपीएससी सिविल सर्विस एग्जामिनेशन जो है वो किस लिए किया जाता है, उसका क्या, व्हाट शुड बी योर पर्पस, हम क्या हासिल करेंगे इससे. कि लोग बोलते हैं दिस इज अ वेरी टफ एग्जाम, दिस इज दैट एग्जाम, एक अगर आपने आईएएस बन गया तो बिल्कुल ये हो जाएगा, वो हो जाएगा. ये कई सारी बातें हैं, कई सारी अफवाहें हैं, कई सारी चीज़ें जो है हमको मोटिवेट करने के लिए फिल्मी दुनिया में ऐसा बताया जाता है, ठुकरा के मेरा प्यार. Okay, so you can put your chat whenever I want to take a break. I will, whatever is question in your chat, I will highlight it over here and I will answer. Okay, so please send me. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to talk everything about it. What is enough, what is not enough, and why. What is my program all about? Okay, and giving you a real clarity of what exactly you are heading into. Okay, so basically today I'm going to talk about people who do not know about this exam, who are going to give the first attempt, and who have heard like 2026 or 2027, and who have, just they feel as if like if you can buy all the books and start preparing, you will be able to do it. So I'm going to give thought of on that lines for fresher. And also I have questions received from some repeaters and people who are asking on mains, how to write mains, how to study current affair. I'm going to answer them as well. So first, let me introduce myself. I'm Abhilash. I'm your UPSC mentor, and you should be knowing that why to trust me or why not to trust me. So I qualified this exam in 2008. I was in reserve list, and in that era there was 4 attempts, and I have had my in my time there were 2 optionals, geography and So I had my two optional as geography and public administration. So throughout my four attempts, I actually my first prelims I did not clear, but rest I cleared. So I have achieved top scores in essay and geography optional. And how do I know that? Because if you have seen 12th fail, that movie, you will realize that earlier the score used to come in the UPSC open board. Like everybody can see each other's score. All the scores are there. And then because of the service allocation did not happen, I couldn't join or be a part of civil service. But I joined Government of India separately in a different position. Then I was also a distinguished faculty at IS Gurukul in 2014, 15, 16, and I was also a part of the Vision IS content team, where basically this test series and answer evaluation was my forte. And then I have been part of a career change maker or an employability expert, and I am a UPSC mentor for the last 14 years. And my first independent work was revised for is.com, which I started in 2014. It is still live, and it is designed for revision of the portal. I took the full time this as a profession only in 2023, where I launched this website called Elevate IAS, where because many of the aspirants who are like successful now, they only promoted me saying, "Sir, why don't you focus on it? Because it will help many more people if you are doing it full time." So that way, I jumped into this, and I am completely online. There's no physical center or classroom kind of a center as of now, and I don't intend to also, as of to be very frank. I'm a promoter of self study. I believe coaching is only to be taken when you need the help of a tutor, but otherwise, with your self study and guidance, doubt clearing guidance, I feel everybody is, when I can do it better, because this is not an academic kind of an excellence kind of a, this is not a PhD exam or net exam. It is not of that quality or that kind of a, finesse. It is more of a very, what do you call, how to you are going to represent the country or the governance or the government. So how you should be, so how should be your street smartness, your presence of mind, your common sense. All these areas are where the forte comes. So I've contributed to government also in my career. I was a group A officer with Ministry of Labor and Employment, the Government of India. Then I was also part of Skill India at National Skill Development Corporation of Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. So I have given my 11, 12 years towards skilling and entrepreneurship and employability of youth, and I want to continue that, but little bit from the aspect of I realize that whatever you say, people want to try UPSC when they finish their exam. These beautiful brains who take this decision of appearing for UPSC exam while knowing the success ratio is 0.04%, that makes it much more challengeable, because it is as if going against the tide. Not everybody is, because of various reasons, not everybody, is able to be in the service. Many times it can be called as a circumstances, scenario, or your destiny, however you say that. But giving hard work and giving your 100% is in your hand. And this preparation will definitely let you know about this country, your position as a citizen. And the best thing about this preparation is it is a journey to know your own self. It will open your mind and thoughts, and give you that approach towards life, where you feel that your knowledge is very, very guidance, or kind of guiding you towards a better form of what you were previously. So every day we improve, one day at a time, like that, huh? I am better than what I was yesterday, like that. So with this, I start today's session. Firstly, happy Diwali and all these festival months going on. And I'm sure that all of you had good time at your home, if you are at home, or if you are at college, maybe hostel wise, you would have enjoyed your Diwali with your friends. But yes, what I would like to say, that whatever time you are spending today is an investment about our future, what future we are looking at. So while in this, if you are attending this session, then it is about UPSC Civil Service Examination. and a career in civil service examination. So today's session, what is going to happen is you're going to walk away with clarity on what is civil service examination. Okay. What are the exam structure? What is the eligibility? What is there if I have to start from scratch? I know nothing. What if I have to start from scratch? Then a smart timeline planning, a little bit of myth. What are the misconceptions around? What is there? What is good? What is bad? There are so many experts. Many are real good experts, but many also, what happens is general statement is not applicable to everybody. So I'm also going to talk about the daily email foundation plan, how to use it, how to do that. The question is also there. And then the next step, like today when we do the session, after that, what is expected from you? Okay. So we go by that. If you have any question, please use the live chat function. I'm going to interact with that itself. Whatever you do in live chat, for example, Ritesh has given a good evening. I can actually put it on the front of the screen and we can discuss of your questions. So if that matters, I can also put questions, comments on the screen for you. So please be participative in your session. I hope this is clear now. So UPSC Civil Service Examination in one frame. It is a recruitment gateway for civil service, and there are around 19 services in this. One is one of many of them, like the ones we know are Indian Administrative Services, Indian Police Services, Indian Foreign Services, Indian Revenue Services, and there are other services of Group A and Group B civil service. Now, this is done by annual examination by UPSC, Indian Public Service Commission, and as of you know today that UPSC is celebrating 100 years. So it's very, very important to understand the structure, the way it has been contributing in delivering uh, prime minds or working force for the government or for the governance of the country. Then the exam basically tests your knowledge, analytical skill, judgment, writing skills, and most importantly, your consistency. So, what mindset we need to have over here is that this is a marathon mindset, not a sprint. And what matters more than anything is sustainable preparation over burnout. It's not that I'm going to complete it. If somebody says that, oh, I'll be able to do it in 2 months and then in 1 month I'll do this, then I'll do like that. Such things sounds very good, but in reality, it is not that easy. So what is basically we have to be very, very consistent, and that is what matters. When you go to the structure of the examination, I hope you are clear with that. The first stage is preliminary examination. Second stage, once you clear the prelims, you go for mains examination. Then third stage is personality test once you clear the mains examination. Many of time, what we are hearing these days, the first stage is the most toughest one. Reason being that 99.9% people get rejected at this stage. It has two paper. Paper one is general studies one, and paper two is CSAT. Going by the trend last 5 years, CSAT has been the little more mind boggler and turning out to be creating the scare among the aspirants. Although it is a compulsory paper or a qualifying paper, qualifying in nature, that we only need 33% to clear it. Still, it has been a very, very a tough job for many, and many people, irrespective of their background, have been unable to, like mathematical background or background from IIMs, background from NITs are sometimes unable to clear this exam. So hence somehow CSAT has become the next scarecrow, or somebody to scare or make fear amongst aspirants. Many of the aspirants in their college time or after class 10th have left mathematics. So they still have much fear for CSAT than what exactly one should have for CSAT. So this is the three structure examination I spoke. One is prelims, then mains, then personality test. So in the prelims paper, it is 100 question, 200 marks, and negative marking is there. One third mark goes negative. And CSAT paper, 80 questions are there. Qualifying in paper need 33% minimum. The prelims paper has domains from polity, economy, geography, history, environment and ecology, science and technology, current affairs. So it is more, the strategy is more about accuracy than trying to solve all the 100 question. The approach of trying to solve all the 100 question is very foolish, because rarely have you ever heard anybody scoring 100 out of 100 in prelims. So you will not get a 100% score. In fact, that's the reason why thinking of clearing or preparing to clear while clearing all the 100 questions is not considered as that intelligent enough. Then there are approaches, elimination technique. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Last 2 3 years, UPSC has reduced such way of writing option that you can use the elimination technique. But there were times, if you see the last 5 6 years old paper, you'll see by elimination itself you can cut out the wrong option and get into two right options. Like in Karodpati, you have this 50-50 option. So like that was easy. But nowadays, even UPSC has understood that people use it. So many times the question frames are very long. In fact, this year's prelims paper, if you see, the question is very long. And what matters is, if question frame is बहुत long, it takes time to read it. पढ़ने के लिए टाइम लगता है. The moment you read, time is gone. The time is also ticking, and it is creating nervousness. क्या मैं पढ़ पाऊँ? Will I be able to complete the question paper? So such thoughts makes the paper more difficult than what exactly that question has made to it. तो जैसे कि अगर आप देखोगे इस बार का हिंदी प्रीलिम्स पेपर, आप देखोगे कि क्वेश्चन पेपर बड़ा ही विस्तृत में लिखा हुआ है, लंबा लंबा लिखा हुआ है हर क्वेश्चन को. तो क्या होता है कि जब आप क्वेश्चन पढ़ने जाते हैं, जो पहले पुराने क्वेश्चन पेपर अगर चेक करोगे तो बड़े एलिमिनेशन टेक्निक से बड़े जल्दी जल्दी आप क्वेश्चन पढ़ सकते थे. अभी क्वेश्चन पढ़ने में ही वक्त लग जाता है. तो जब आप क्वेश्चन पढ़ रहे होते हैं तो मन में ये चल रहा होता है, क्या मैं क्वेश्चन कंप्लीट कर पाऊंगा, मतलब विल आई गेट द राइट आंसर. तो वो एंग्जाइटी और बढ़ा देती है. तो एक पेपर का अगर क्वेश्चन भी सिंपल हो पर बहुत लंबा लिख दिया हो, इट क्रिएट्स फियर अमंग एस्पिरेंट कि ये पेपर डिफिकल्ट आ गया कि टफ आ गया. सो प्रीलिम्स पेपर is basically always considered as unpredictable, very surprising, and very I would consider, आप चाहे कितना भी अटेम्प्ट दे दिए हो, whenever you go for prelims you will always feel it as your first attempt only, because UPSC will have some or other surprises for you when it comes to prelims paper. Now mains, coming to the next stage. Now how do we get to the next stage? See, if the notification has the vacancy of 100, then around 12 to 13 times, as per the UPSC, around 12 to 13 times qualify for mains. So it is not cut off just like that. It is as per the ratio of vacancy that we have. If the vacancy numbers are high, then large number of people will write the prelims to mains. If the vacancy number is less, then less number of people will give. सो मेनी और टाइम्स ऐसा लगता है कि हमारी पढ़ाई कम हो गई, हम पढ़ नहीं पाए, वी फेल्ड एंड ऑल दैट. बट इट इज नॉट एग्जैक्टली you are not the only reason. The number of seats or number of vacancy, that also decides how many people are going to write the mains next time or the next stage. And mains is a pen and paper based question paper. जैसे यूनिवर्सिटी एग्जाम वगैरह होते हैं, एंड इट इज इसके जो ये हैं मेंस के जो मार्क है, दे आर कैलकुलेटेड इन दी फाइनल रैंकिंग. So, answer writing practice is the key. Answer writing practice is the only way because it is pen and paper based. तो अगर आप सोचोगे कि मन में मैंने पढ़ लिया है, मैं लिख लूंगी, मैं लिख लूंगा, ऐसा होगा वैसा होगा, बट देन यू आर रॉन्ग. जब तक आप प्रैक्टिस में नहीं लिखोगे, मेंस पेपर में तो लिखना बहुत टफ हो जाएगा. अच्छे अच्छे बच्चे जो हैं, इतना पढ़ने के बावजूद भी 20 क्वेश्चंस कंप्लीट नहीं कर पाते, because they get lost in completing the question which they are fond of. So there are so many reasons, so many myths which happen when you prepare during this exam. Next stage after you clear mains comes the personality test. Now there is no single way. ऐसा बोलते हैं कि पर्सनल टेस्ट लोग जाते हैं लर्निंग सेशन के लिए. आप 3 महीने में तो पर्सनालिटी अपना ये नहीं कर सकते, अप्रोप्रिएट टू दी सर्विस में नहीं कर सकते. बट इट्स एन अप्रोच. आप आज से शुरू करिए. वट एवर इज योर चैलेंज, कहीं अंग्रेजी का इशू है, कहीं बॉडी लैंग्वेज का इशू है, कहीं आपके हैंड मूवमेंट, जेस्चर, थॉट साइकिल, कई चीज़ों का इशू होता है. तो आप धीरे धीरे उसको सुधारिए. एंड स्पेशली स्पीकिंग कॉन्फिडेंटली, कोई आपसे कन्वर्सेशन करना चाहे, तो उन सब चीज़ों के लिए आप थोड़ी सी अभी से सजग और प्रयास करेंगे. इफ यू प्रिपेयर फ्रॉम नाउ, देन इट इज गोइंग टू बी इम्पैक्टफुल व्हेन यू एक्चुअली गेट द कॉल. ऑनेस्टली जिस दिन कॉल मिलता है उसके बाद तो अगर आप दिल्ली के हुए तो आपका नंबर तो पहले ही आ जाएगा. आप प्रिपेयर ही क्या करोगे? बिकॉज ये भी कहा जाता है कि द अलॉटमेंट ऑफ दिस थिंग थ्रू इज थ्रू पिन कोड, नियरेस्ट टू फादर, ऐसा होता है. पर्सनालिटी टेस्ट इज ऑल अबाउट दैट. एवरी ईयर सिलेक्शन रेशियो इज डिफरेंट एज पर द वैकेंसी. अभी हमें क्वेश्चन पूछा है रितेश ने कि सर एवरी ईयर सिलेक्शन रेशियो इज डिफरेंट और नॉट. आई टोल्ड यू इट इज ऑल अबाउट वैकेंसी. हर साल नोटिफिकेशन निकलता है और उसमें वैकेंसी आता है कि इस इतने नंबर ऑफ सीट के लिए ही ये परीक्षा में सिलेक्शन होगा. तो अगर वो नंबर ऑफ वैकेंसी ही चेंज होता रहेगा तो ऑब्वियसली सिलेक्शन रेशियो चेंज होगा ही होगा. नाउ फ्यू ऑफ द एलिजिबिलिटी के बारे में अगर हम जानना चाहें, तो अगर आप जनरल कैटेगरी के हैं तो आपका एज लिमिट है 21 to 32 ईयर्स. अगर आप ओबीसी हैं तो आपको 3 साल का रिलैक्सेशन है अपर एज में. आप 21 से 35 ईयर्स तक कर सकते हैं. आप जब मैं बोल रहा हूँ ओबीसी है कैटेगरी, यू हैव टू चेक विथ योर पेरेंट्स, सी दैट यू हैव द रियल डॉक्यूमेंट विथ यू इन योर हैंड. अगर आपके पास डॉक्यूमेंट नहीं है हैंड में और आप सोचो कि मैं सर्टिफिकेट बना लूंगा, बनवा लूंगा, हो जाएगा, कर देंगे, ऐसा नहीं. यूपीएससी इमीडिएटली फ्रॉड पे ले लेगा अगर आप इतना दिन तक वेट करें और उसका बेनिफिट लेना चाह रहे हैं और आपके पास सर्टिफिकेट नहीं है. तो पहले आप अपना सर्टिफिकेट जो है of this your category certificate, you see that you acquire it with you. Then comes SC/ST, उनके लिए 21 to 37 years, 5 year relaxation है. And then physical people with disability, as per their latest notification, हर notification बदलता रहता है. Attempt limits wise देखें तो general has total 6 attempts, OBC has maximum 9 attempts as per age. Okay, and SC/ST has attempts total around uh, and until their maximum age, until the maximum 37 years. Education qualification is bachelor's degree in any discipline from a recognized university, and field of study doesn't matter, graduation होना चाहिए. And yeah, that's it. So I would suggest every year, whenever you attempt here, because you're all fresher, I know. So you have to see that you wait for the notification of the exam, which comes in January, and with that notification, the rules of that particular year examination is shared, and that becomes binding. Now coming to the point of the next topic. If you have any questions, please put it in the chat. We'll take a pause of 1 minute. Okay? Yeah. So I got a question also on current affair preparation. How to do current affair? See, to know current affair, yes, आपने सही सुना है, न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ना चाहिए, न्यूज़ देखना चाहिए, प्रेस इंडिया, प्रेस इंफॉर्मेशन ब्यूरो पीआईबी को सब्सक्राइब करना चाहिए. All that is fine. But what happens is, how do you see which current affair is relevant for UPSC? My way of looking at it is, if you do last 5 years of previous year questions, you will realize what is the impact of current affair and how they are deciding which kind of news will become a part of UPSC exam and to be considered as current affair. Otherwise, as a current affair, बोलने से तो everything in the world is so important for somebody that it is relevant. But that is not the case exactly over here. These days, the time has changed. There are so many, tools available. So I have also mentioned few tools which you can use, AI tools and all, to in your preparation. Although I would suggest spending less time in these things, but more time reading and turning the page. But still, today, smart usage of AI apps and all that are also there. Now come to the question: why preparation, quality preparation takes time? Do you have any question, any answer about it? तैयारी में इतना वक्त क्यों लगता है? सर 6 महीने में मेरा क्यों नहीं हो जाएगा? सर आप बताओ. Anybody has any question answer on that? Why quality preparation takes time? Okay, we have very less interacting audience. Actually, what happens is, uh, the examination is, I from my experience, or I can tell, it is all about revision. For example, the same book is everybody studying from the same book. The retention and recall capacity from the book is differs for everybody. It is not equal, even if you read from the same. So till the time your efficiency of recall or retention does not reach 70%, your preparation is incomplete. The books might remains the same, but your retention and recall percent should be higher. And to do that, it takes one time, two time, three time, four time, five time, 10 time, 20 time, 30 time kind of a revision. And that is why quality preparation takes time. Our brain does not retain anything beyond 6 months. It will immediately try. If you don't revise properly, the things will go vanish from your head. The UPSC syllabus again is very, they are not, I would say, not true to their word. Whatever they are written is a suggestive written, and the depth is told for you to understand and go. The thinking that, for example, if somebody is talking about if UPSC is talking about river, or say river bodies, so UPSC will only focus on uh, starting of the river bodies from Himalayas. Exactly, it doesn't happen like that. There are certain other stories to say what exactly happens. So with that kind of approach, the syllabus is huge. The micro topic syllabus, or inside the topic of a particular syllabus, is again huge. And then, due to when you take, uh, you get used to it when you understand the topic and the proportional of questions coming out of it. You realize that okay, that way I can design my preparation. People give lot of input, बहुत सारा टाइम देते हैं in preparing medieval age India, पूरा दिल्ली सल्तनत से लेके औरंगजेब तक. बट यूपीएससी का वो फेवरेट इलाका है ही नहीं. दे डोंट गो मच बियॉन्ड अकबर, so they don't indulge in more of the beyond Akbar, so they just leave it. But somebody who's prepared for it and finds no answer, no question coming out of it, will find more difficult and challenging ना. ये क्या हो गया, मैंने तैयारी किया कुछ भी नहीं है. So that's the reason why it is this preparation takes a lot of time, because आपको तैयारी is not just an end, it's a journey, and you keep on learning like that. The next question is where most of the people have sent question as well. I'll highlight this on the slide. So people who are thinking of 2026, see, today we are standing at around October, December. So if you start right away, your foundation, apart from your daily plan, you have to add on little bit more. It cannot be done because daily plan is for 15 months. And it will go in its own pace. But as per your preparation and your hunger and your capacity, you can volumetrically add your, preparation or study time element. So till January, you can prepare till your foundation and thing. Once you fill the form in January or mid February, you have to focus purely on prelims. Yeah, preparation levels are, if you have started with daily GS foundation program, you would have seen that we have started with, the question I'm answering here is first preparation with subject and like that. The best way to start is actually, as per all the toppers, is to know what is there in the class 6th level, 7th level, 8th level, and NCRT books are enough to introduce you to the topic. All of them you studied when you were in 6th, 7th, 8th, but that time you studied only for 6th, only for class 7th. Now you have to study understanding why they were introducing India to you. So you get introduced to India from the school level at the school type of language. So the NCRT ways is better to start. So once you get introduced to India in 6th, 7th, 8th, ninth, then you understand the after introduction, you have now you have to show your capacity to discuss also. So when you go to 11th and 12th class, you will see they're asking your opinion. The pattern is why has things like they answer question you, ऐसा क्यों हुआ था? Why did this happen? Like that, why behind it, all that thing, reasoning behind it. So 11th, 12th question, 11th, 12th, a part of the syllabus of NCRT is making you think more, making you write your own answers. So that exactly happens in your preparation pedagogy. Start with basic level, then slowly increase to the level of where you are able to give your opinion. Then start answer writing, understand whether you understood the question's demand and the right answer. And then you slowly enrich your answers so you study more, and exactly how preparation takes off. So you start with basic book at NCRT. See, I have given myself a target that if you are 2026 aspirant, then you know when you have to do what. And in 2026, because exam date is 24th May 2026, and you have to see that how from behind that you calculate 7 days before will be the prelims admit card and things like that. So you can be very sure that you have all the. So I hope I'm clear that at least अगर 2026 प्रिपेयर करने का देख रहे हैं तो क्या और कब करना है. For 2027 aspirant, I would suggest go by the flow. You read your daily mail thoroughly. All the contents, all the practice exercises are over there. Ensure that you are doing everything. Maintain a learning copy and see wherever you are doing mistake, you are checking it out or not. Okay, I'll take a break for a minute. Yeah, I'm back. Okay, so this is asking how much time does one have to spend studying current affairs? See, anything when you do first time, पहली बार जब आप कुछ करते हो, it is going to take time. It is going to be very boring. It is really, really pushing yourself to do that. Everybody says current affair is to be done through newspaper. Newspaper is a habit. From time immemorial, whenever newspaper was considered as something giving news, if it is relevant for this exam, then it is called current affair. If it is not relevant, for example, if you open any newspaper, first front page is a very important, whatever is the front headline. Second and third page, again, okay, state something. There are for certain news which is like, okay, we can leave it. Doesn't matter. But how do you decide which news to leave? How do you decide which is relevant? For that, the first and the foremost trick is to understand how much do you know your syllabus well. You have to read your UPSC syllabus very well. Anything which enriches your UPSC syllabus. For example, in UPSC syllabus, they have mentioned something called as Indian monsoon. And then you see that ISRO launches a website to study monsoon. That means that news item is very important for UPSC. Tomorrow you will become the director of National Weather Satellite Program as an IS officer. You will have to understand the history of what money or budget goes in understanding Indian monsoon, what scientific experiments India does. So, as a part of that role, you have to understand the history. And whatever is current affair for you today will become history for somebody tomorrow. So, that is how it becomes important. My first tip to you is to study your syllabus very well. And then slowly, every day you read your syllabus and then you read the newspaper. You will realize what are important points. Second is to go to previous year papers and see how questions have come from current affairs. That kind of gives you the tuning of UPSC, how it picks the current affair. But this is the hard work and this is the very traditional way. Today, in this era, you have many good institutes, good people collecting and collating current affair and writing it in a magazine. Free magazine, it is available to download and all. But there is one problem in that. They have a lot of advertisement. They do lot of depth of the current affair itself is a book of 600 pages of monthly magazine. So that creates the huge amount of content overload happens. And in when we are preparing for UPSC, one mindset they tell us that everything under the sun is important. So that's why this collection of current affair from news from other websites, other typical big institute website also becomes a dilemma because they are overloaded with so much of protein, so much of information. But that is where the hard work comes. You have to be smart enough how to decide what not to read. That exactly is important in UPSC. I hope I'm able to give the answer. Simple answer is first read your syllabus well, and then when you read the current affair or news items, you will realize which is important. Now, people who are starting for the first time and 2027 is their goal. I would say today, when you finish this session, you first for the 30 days, please focus on NCRT, read newspaper daily, and write something which you come out from your, even if it's a topic from the NCRT, or just write 30 minutes something. Write, use handwriting. That is important. When you are in 30 to 60 days, open up any standard book, whatever I have given the reference books also list. You open up for polity Lakshmikant, for Shankar environment Shankar, like that. So you use that and start writing about it, summarizing the book, reading the thing. Start taking revision test. See every weekend that how much do you remember what you have studied past week, like that. Then when you are into 60 to 90 days system, that is after around 2 months, in your third month, you will realize, can I integrate? Can there be a story between history and geography? Can economy and geography be a brothers? Can there be a reason why this happens? Why in Kerala the homes do not have, they have thatched, they don't have like the houses they have in Punjab. Why the bananas grow in uh, south more than in north? Why the sugar cane in uh, North India is of green color and black color in uh, South India? So these kind of questions are there, amusing questions about this country, and you will learn about interact while you connect the subjects and things like that. Now it is Diwali happening. I would just want to give an example. So many people say why Diwali is important. Some will say that because in Dashera, Ramji uh, killed Ravan and then he was coming back home. So it took him 21 days to come, and Diwali is celebrated as welcome to Ram. Somebody will say Kali Mata's anger, and then she was to be annoyed. I mean, she was very angry, and she had to be, calm down. And during that part, this thing. So everybody will have their own reason. But let us understand from one perspective. Today we know India as India, but in ancient India, Bharat Varsham, whatever be the kingdoms, however be the kingdoms, how are they surviving? Was there internet? Was there an app, download app and earn 50 rupees cash? Was there all this mechanism? No. There was only one and only thing was agriculture. Agriculture was giving food, agriculture was giving raw material to create other produces also. Like jute was there, cotton was there, clothes were made out of it, like that. So agriculture dependent, everything was there. For agriculture, we need water. Agriculture also needs, insects and all the birds. They have to be, you have to avoid. They should not go and eat the crops, like that. So during this weather, when monsoon strikes in June, July, August, during September and October, monsoon is almost over and monsoon is returning back. But due to heavy water, many times water becomes stagnant and mosquitoes and other small insects, they start coming up. Now during that time, that weather, how can you kill that mosquitoes? What is the phenomenon? They started burning, uh, you know, firecracker crops and things like that, so that the or diya or light, for that you will see many during this time around light, so many insects are there. So they will get attracted to that light and they will die or get killed. Every day there will be insects like that. So this time of the year weather, one has to do this. Mythologically they put it as a story and we celebrate Diwali. But agriculturally it is required, because if you don't celebrate Diwali, then the air will not, the change of weather will not happen, or will have the same problem which it carried out with the during the monsoon. So that's how the logic of Diwali came into the festival. So such kind of interconnectivity things you will realize when you start preparing and understanding how agriculture is important in creating culture, culture of a region, culture, culture of a region. Food defines culture of region. When you go to Mumbai, hey, vada pav khaya kya? When you go to Chennai, you had idli or not? When you go to Bengali, you had rasgulla or not? When you go to Delhi, chole bhature khaya kya? So these are the foods, but they decide or define the culture of that particular. Each one has a different story. Anyway, so coming to the next part, so I am giving a little bit of template for people who are starting. You know, well, I wouldn't say follow. See, everybody, somebody say I'm a morning person. Somebody will say I am a studying person. Everybody has their own choice. Okay, I will not define like that. But in a week's time, somebody who's preparing only for this examination, you see that you in the morning first half you start with GS core subject. In the afternoon, you and then you have a break, and then afternoon again for 2 3 hours you do GS subject. Then in evening you do the current affair, and in the night before you sleep, summarize and answer writing drill. Like that you do. Every Saturday you do a test day, revision day, what happened over the week, and every Sunday you again revise the entire topics that you covered. Plan out your next week and also parallelly plan your optionals. Like this, if you keep on doing for around 52 weeks, that is a year, your entire GS foundation program or GS foundation will be completed. And this I'm talking of self study. Watching lecture, watching some documentary because I'm studying and all will not be counted in this. This is pure time with yourself and book. So there are few questions where every time people ask, "Sir, how much time should I study? 18 hours or 20 hours?" The toppers will say, "I studied for 24 hours and I completed. I was studying like this." Now I will tell you, everybody is unique. Okay, everybody has different mental capacity. You might understand Pythagoras theorem in 2 minutes. I might take 20 minutes. So if I say I studied for 1 hour and it took me 1 hour to understand one topic, Same, you can complete it in half an hour itself. So there is no standard rule of what is amount of hour you're investing. What is important is how much awareness, how much clarity, conceptual clarity you have on the topics that you found, that you read. Then many say कि यार I have never studied, मैं तो कभी अच्छा पढ़ता ही नहीं था. Why should I give the exam? मेरे को तो I am not a topper ever. So I think 12th fail exam gives a better. I am not the right person. It doesn't matter when you studies. This is not an academic exam. If you have the right purpose, right faith, and believe in yourself, you will crack it. Then they say कि you have to memorize so many things. You have to do this that. There was a time when the pattern was based on memorizing. But if you see the main question of these era, you will be like how much they want to know you as a person and your thoughts. And when somebody tells you अपना opinion दे, एक लाइन के आगे कुछ आता ही नहीं है. You only read the same question or write the same question. It is very difficult to generate your own opinion and write a paragraph or 200 words about it. So that is what is challenge for every aspirant who writes the mains exam. Then reading books. Many say कि ये किताब भी पढ़ लो, ये भी पढ़ लो, वो भी पढ़ लो, because हर टॉपर का अपने अलग अलग है. तो आई वुड से एनसीईआरटी और एनआईओएस की किताब पढ़िए आप, जो हमें मिलती है सरकार की तरफ से फ्री है. One source is complete, well, then you add enriching. और वो आप कैसे करोगे? थ्रू प्रैक्टिस क्वेश्चंस. मोर यू practice questions, more important you come to know. अब there are history books. So many people have written history books. अब सब तो नहीं पढ़ सकते हम, but we can do the questions and realize, okay, गांधीयन era में इतना सारा एलिमेंट हुआ था. I got little bit more knowledge about it. So these are certain myths about exam. You can see in your screen as well. तो मैं और इसमें क्या ही ज़्यादा बोलूँ. If you have any doubts like that, you can write it over the chat. Let me answer you over that. So another important thing which I feel all of you must do is to download previous year question and please read them. They are your guide. बाकी सब ठीक है. Until unless you don't know what the previous year or what is the level of UPSC question, you should not follow any topper institute, this, that. No. First, through your own eyes. मैंने मैथमेटिक्स ऑप्शनल ले रखा है. मुझे मैथ्स बहुत पसंद था. Please try doing mathematics optional paper over here before you choose mathematics optional. तुम्हें कितना पसंद है, तुम्हें कितना आता है, it doesn't matter. What matters कि तुम्हें जितना आता है, will you stand in the top 1% when you give that exam as an optional? Only then your name will come in the final list. और हम यहाँ पे एकेडमिक एक्सीलेंस के लिए नहीं दे रहे एग्जाम. वी आर राइटिंग दिस एग्जाम टू बी इन द सर्विस. वी वांट दिस जॉब. So you see your previous papers and then take decision on what to study, what to option, what to do that, what are the challenges. तभी doubt आएंगे. If you don't, nobody is going to read previous year question paper for you. कितना भी किताब लिखा लो. I will also write a book and said previous year question all gist. Doesn't matter. Until unless you don't read yourself, किसी और का gist, किसी और का summary, किसी और का input, वो उनका है. They have already taken the benefit of it. You have to do it for yourself. Next, or the final thing for today's session, I would say is CSAT hurdle. And CSAT, many people say CSAT, CSAT, CSAT. मेरा ये मानना है कि CSAT तो है, पर बिना प्रैक्टिस के CSAT की तरफ, CSAT demands you to practice. And अगर आप, if you practice dedicatedly with एक मिस्टेक नोट बना के, what did I miss out, where was the silly mistake. Maximum people don't qualify CSAT because of silly mistake, not because they don't know it. It is just a silly mistake which happens during that exam. फिर हम उसको ओन नहीं करते. अगर आप गलती करते हो, सिली गलती करते हो, यू नेवर कम आउट एंड ओन इट. नहीं यार, बोल देंगे पेपर टफ था. प्रैक्टिस करना पड़ता है इसके लिए. ये तो अलग अलग एरिया है. प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन आप 10 साल के कर लोगे तो ऑलमोस्ट आई फील देयर इज नो अदर new books to be even required if you complete 10 years CSAT question itself from 2014 to 2025. So with this, I end my session now. If you have any question, please let me know. On the GS Daily Foundation plan, I hope all of you have enrolled it. So अगर आप अभी तक नहीं enroll किया, please enroll करें. The moment you fill the form, you have to go and check your spam folder for a confirmation email for subscription. You click on that, and then only your email starts. Otherwise, and this is going to cover everything actually except optional. It is the GS program will include everything, but it will run on its own pace. अगर आप मुझे बोलेंगे कि सर मुझे सारा एक दिन में दे दो, सॉरी आई कांट. इट इज गोइंग टू टेक 50. जो टाइम जो है वो है उतना ही. माई माई इंटेंशन ऑफ गिविंग दिस इज to boost your self study. This is not the only source to study, but it is enriching the way you study. The way you do is you realize कि धीरे धीरे आप 2 महीने में रियलाइज करोगे आप कितना ज्यादा कवर कर चुके हो और कितनी बेहतरीन तरीके से. People who are doing it will know it better. So with this, I end my session now, and if anybody has any question, you can please put it over chat, and I can discuss. I'll wait for say another 5-10 minutes. Please let me know. You can write your questions in the chat. Okay, Ritesh is asking, is her optional subject choice area of interest is best decision? Yeah, right. Because otherwise, if you don't have curiosity to learn more, you will not understand uh, why should I study it. It becomes very boring. First, see your previous year paper, see what you have content to study. Books are there for you. Courses are available for to study. Writing practice is very important. And optional, na, they live accept you as first year MA level, M masters level. That kind of knowledge. Even if you write like class 10th, but they need that kind of knowledge. The thinkers, the people who have created those subject line, you should be aware about them, include their name, like that. Fine. So I'm going to now when I had asked for registration, no, I had asked the registration had asked for questions to submit to teachers to faculty. So I'm just sharing out the questions of which I have received. Okay, and let me answer them. So if you see the recording, you will I would have answered your questions. That way, I would be fair. Okay, Hariom asks, I'm unable to have a structured preparation, so will I be able to complete the syllabus on time? So I think this is regard the GS Foundation program. So you see, every day one email comes, it is all structured layer by layer, and I personally go through every. I have created it. There is no team. There is no other person. I read the book. I read the questions. I write. I type. There might be some error in typing or something, but that you can figure it out and tell me. But otherwise, every question, every notes is gone through my eyes, and I've structured it so that you are confident every day when you see that 3 months back I started and you have completed NCRT so beautifully. You ask any question, concept, you're clear. Like that, once somebody is doing, you realize it. After 11, 12 days itself, if you're dedicatedly doing, you like it. Otherwise, it will look like a spam. If you miss out the flow and again want to feel ki thus after 5 months break, I will do it. So and I will study from there. All the mails are there. I'll study from there. No, every day that coming mail is a duty. I'm not asking for more than an hour. Vasanti asks how to clear prelim and cover main syllabus in 3-4 months for 2026 UPSC exam. Now see, this is depends upon what do you do, how much time have you have in your hand, and how much new is the topic for you. If you are already aware of many things, you remember school stuff, maybe you are a school teacher and you know many things, it will be little easier and systematic for you. But if you are unknown and if you are knowing everything for the first time, then as I told you, first time will always take some time. And putting yourself in such a pressure tight situation of timeline of 3-4 months, you might be able to complete the syllabus, but the question is about revision. Your number of revisions or retention recall is what is deciding your success. Consistency is on that. Then there is question from Geetha saying, can I get free UPSC coaching? I am a self-study promoter. Whatever I'm giving is the foundation program daily mail. If you want to call this as coaching, then fine. But there is no batch. There is no morning batch, evening batch. There is no ID card, admit card like that. Anybody who enrolls for the thing is my student. I consider that and I send. You have any doubt, you reach out to me over WhatsApp. You can schedule a one-on-one session. It is 51 rupees per session, like that. But you can do that. And why I charge? Because many times people misuse the facility. So that's the reason of charging. Shefali asks how to manage time with a full-time job and how to efficiently read the standard books and get most of it in less time. I would say use AI tools well in your hand. If you want to use books, see the summaries, how they can help you. I personally learned all through questions. I initially started reading questions itself, and anything which I didn't know, I started learning from the book. Because questions, the whole story is about cracking the questions. It is not knowing the knowledge. So you do the question first and then you start. Now, with full-time job, depends on what job it is. If it is a time scheduled job that by evening 7 you are free, then you know that you can schedule your some time every day, 2 hours, 3 hours, things like that to study. If the job is something which you don't have any time bound, maybe right, maybe morning, things like that, then it is up to you how you figure out your time, because it is your goal, it is your dream. And if you don't give it time today, the time will just run away. That's no, the best part or the beauty of the time is ये वक्त भी चला जाएगा, ये वक्त भी गुजर जाएगा, चाहे अच्छा हो या बुरा हो या बहुत अच्छा हो कि बहुत बुरा हो, ये वक्त तो गुजर ही जाएगा. So how you are going to give priority? Okay. Dikshit asks beginner how to start. The entire session was about it. I told you 30 days, 60 days, 90 days plan to start out. Aisha asks how to read newspapers without time consuming. I think I answered the same question with Ritesh, that how to read current affairs and things like that. Pragya asks how to clear 2026 UPSC exam. I think structured preparation, good revision, a good test series to guide you. Even my test series is available now. It is launched. So test series will help you to prepare your, channelize your calendar your preparation. हर दिन मुझे क्या पढ़ना है, next test is on that. Like that, bite by bite, you are able to complete with your own session. Chaturya asks live classes. No, live classes is not there for me. For at least from my side, these are the Zoom sessions or online YouTube session. When it's a self study mode, so you watch it on your own time. Then Dhananjay asks, what should be ideal approach towards current affairs and how to make comprehensive notes out of it. Again, as I mentioned, GS syllabus को अच्छी तरह पढ़ो. More you read the preparation syllabus, you see which current affair is enriching what part of what part of syllabus. That becomes the most important part. Then Isha asks, I want to get registered for the live session. I think you have already registered and you can watch it in YouTube as well. Dina asks, I'm not only preparing to pass out, but to dive to equip with more information. See, now it is about curiosity. When you want if you are more curious, you will give more time. You will search more internet, you will understand more about a scenario. When we talk about, for example, Gandhiji's return from South Africa, the story which the NCRT says is one day he returned from South Africa. That's it. But if you are interested to know more, you'll watch the movie Gandhi. You will understand what did he went through South Africa. If everything was good, why did he return back to South Africa to India? When did he take decision? What was his family's strength? Was he married or did he have kids? What happened to their kids? Everything you will want to know. It is about your curiosity, and internet is there for you to answer. Bhavika says, I am a fresher student. So today's session was designed for fresher, beginner, absolute beginner who wants starting. So you have any questions? You already have answered all the questions which I collected. And the session was designed from many other questions which have previously come. So these are not the first time these questions are coming. So that's why just naming out on people who had asked this for this last 2 week registration. So with this, today we are at the end of the session. Uh, you have my WhatsApp number, you have my details. Your DS daily plan is working. I feel you should just start, keep yourself, give a priority to your dream. If UPSC is your dream, and start preparing. All the best. Thank you.